My name is HyukGiLee and this is my mini project 3. It is about playing game. 5 flip refers to flipping a coin, fair coin 5 times. A 3 roll refers to rolling 3 fair dice. And where you play against another player in a coin flipping and dice rolling game. So here's the code here. First I need to import random and random in from random, and I got the flip that makes a flip a fair coin once and return 1 if head is obtained, otherwise return to 0. And I need to get the 5 flips 5 times, so flip a fair coin 5 times and return the total number of heads. And I also roll the dice, and for the roll when I use random in because it's gonna randomly come one number between 1 to 6, and it also returns the fair dice once. And the roll 3 makes it to return a list of 3 dice rolls. And so I made a list of rolls, and for 3 times I append, so I put those into the list because I have to add them all and return rolls. And for the round, so the player has to be played by one. So first I made a list of flips and I made a count as 0 for iron range. So I'm guessing 5 times of the number of heads. So number of heads is evaluate input, how many heads do you think, so I have to guess and then put it 1 to 5. And I also made a list of n 1 2 3 4 5 because while and counts. So if while it is not 1 to 5, I have to say like because it's over 1 to 5 or less than 1 to 5. So sorry, it's invalid number, so I have to mention invalid and try again. And f equals flip or 5, so 5 times, and counting is plus equals 1, so 1 2 3 4 5 flips append f. So and these flips are gonna be in the list of flips. And if my number of head, my guess is equal to the number of head that the randomly choose, then it's gonna stop. And if and it's gonna go to dice rolls. So if my count is, so it's because it's maximum 4 times, within the 4 times the rolls equals roll over 3, I start the dice roll the game. And just putting right to mention that the player got the number of head and they're right. And right round score, because I need the round score for each round. Round score equals count multiplied by sum of the rolls. And to see the score and counts flips like the datas to make sure everything works fine, I wanted to print, and I want to mention like highlight one more on the round score because it's gonna make who's gonna win. R5 write is making a text file and put it on these data into the file, text file. And also I wanna see what the player who's the player was doing the round, and then flips, rolls, round scares. What did they get? The flips, what flips they get, what rolls they get, what round score they get, and I return the flip rolls round score. If fail to correct number of head until fourth time, then because there's no score. Also, I didn't count on the first time in here. It's gonna just try again and it counts 0 for the if the number of head is not in the 1 to 5. So now I got no score, so it mentions letting player to know that there is no score for that round. And also I'm gonna record this on my text file, and because it says no score, my return flips rows round squares be or 0. So if I fail, then here is some code steps that says where is it? If the player does not obtain number of heads within 4 times repeating the 5 lists, they do not score anything points during the current round, and their opponents starts their round. So if somebody, if the player if the player was player 1, then the player 2 is gonna start, and if player is not player 1, then player 1 is gonna start the next round. And this is for my main. I need to get the score counter first to get the total score of player 1 and score counter 1 for total score of player 2. And this one, because on the main I have to create a text file here. A file equals open, so I'm making a text file, and my text file title is gonna be mp3 MiniProject3 text file. And right, player equals mm, right now no one, but I'm mentioning who's gonna be, and it's gonna choose the random player, and random player is I use the random int 1 or 2, and if random player is 1, then player is 1. And I'm gonna the player 1 gonna be has the score counter, so get the sum of all round score of player 1. And then I'm just gonna print a score counter and score counter 1 to see player 1 and player 2's round score, and to see the compare of the score. Also, so if random player is if it's not 1, then the player is gonna be player 2. And it also needs to get the sum of round score of player 2, and I want to see compare. And because I have to, if the winner is gonna be if while the score counter is score counter or score counter 1, player 1 or player 2 both who get the either player achieves a game score 1000 or more will be this code. And if player 1 gets it, and so if player 1 it's just the same player 1, if if the counter player 1 has more score than player 2, then the winner is gonna be player 1. and and I just want to see the compare of two score, so I made a difference which is makes score counter 1 minus score counter and so each one has so this one makes player one win, and this else, if that's not, then player two is gonna win, and both gonna see the difference of two scores. And I'm gonna close my files. And so this is my code, and this is what I got on a Python shell. So here, player one is winner, and the player one score is gonna be 1011 because the previous one was 972, and because it's above 1000, player one is winner, and he's has 301 higher than player two. And here's my text file. So because I want to see which who was the player and what he got. 1 2 1 2 1 2. So everything's right, and until the last one. So player one got 1. Just to make sure, I'm gonna save my text file, mp3 file, to my name, and then because it's gonna automatically create a file that called mp3. Because 1000 is big to record, I will make a 50 to make trial, and here is it. So the randomly picked player 2 first, and player 2, my number of heads gonna be, so because out of 4 I didn't get any number of heads, so I got no scores. It's a 0-0, and then now player 1's gonna start because it's against player 2, and see, because my number of heads 3 is right, and it's gonna show my count number 1 because I got right at it on the first time, and the flipping up number of heads is gonna be showed up, and this is my dice, 3 roll dice, and the sum of those 3 of dice is 14, and 14 multiplied by my count 1 is 14, so its round score is 14, and the first one is the player one's round score, and this the second player. The second one is the score of player 2, and because player 2 got no score, he got 0 score. So player 2 turn, and he got the second time, and the roll dice has 8, so he scored 16. Even though he got 0 on the first time, he's winning right now. And I got the player 1 got right. Player 2 didn't got any score. If I put 43, then because it's not a it's an invalid number, it's gonna say sorry, and then try again. And player 1 got right, and right now because the player 1's run score is, some of the total score is 41, the next gonna be winning point. So since he didn't get the answer, the total score remains same. And right, see, now because he got 9. 9 plus 41 is 50, so it's at least 50. So player 1 is win, and player 1 has sorted for higher score than player 2. Here's my Thank you for watching my presentation. Here's my Again, my name is HyukGiLee. Thank you.